Alrighty. Hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, before we do begin, let's give a brief little review. In the last part, we had a number of things happen. Bakugo, Mina, Kendo, and Kai. These four, along with Deku, ran into Professor Paradox, and they had to stop a time-traveling monster. Now, a lot happened. Deku, he discovered that this was the same paradox his future self talked about. He talked to Paradox about exactly what was going on with him and the timeline. Is fate set in stone? And Paradox told Deku, there have already been changes to this timeline. That version of him is no longer the same as he is. And Deku, that made him a lot more concerned. He also got to drive Bakugo's car after he was turned into an old man. And Bakugo made him crash it. Now, Deku, he's been going through a lot, and after saving Professor Paradox's colleague in the past, the man did not turn into the monster, and he then was put back into the timeline. And Deku, he has a lot going through his head. Paradox told him a few things, but some of the most important information he gave Deku was the fact that some of those things he was told have yet to pass. Some of them have. Paradox was being cryptic. And Deku, he is really starting to hate time travel. Like, really fucking starting to hate it. Why is it that anytime he asks a question important, people are cryptic? I mean, seriously, come on. Now, Deku, him and Kendo then had to have a chat, because Izuku's life is a little too crazy. Now, it's been a few days, and right now Deku, he does sit there at Mr. Smoothie. Right now him looking at a smoothie as he hasn't taken a sip from it. And Bakugo does come to walk over. Him going to sit down and kick up his feet. Going to ask him, so, he doing alright? Yeah, I'm fine. You sure? You got dumped. I'm sure, Bakugo. It's just she decided to tell me before we gave her a ride home. I went with you, and she went on the ship. I mean, who does that? Why would she just. I get. I can't be mad at her. I can't be mad. You see, that's a sign of maturity. Dude, my life is crazy. Yep, so is mine. Yeah, yeah. Now that I think about it, looking at normalcy is a bit weird. Going to school was boring. Have I ever told you about the training I did in space? You have. Okay. Have I ever told you about life in space? Uh, you've told me bits about it. Good. Listen, here's the best way for me to explain it to you. She wants to live life as a normal human teenager. Yeah, it's boring. But it's all she's ever known, right? Despite being an alien, yeah. Point taken. Anyways, Izuku, she doesn't know anything about all this. Besides, all that time travel stuff, even I thought that was weird. And I got turned into an old man. And you scratched my car. Okay, that was your fault. You pushed on that thing and made us go hella fast. Point taken. I'll give you that one. But you smashed on that barricade. Yeah, because it wouldn't have gone up. Either way, if that thing was going to age us, it was going to age your car. And did you really want that thing going, what, so super fast whenever it's aging a century, probably? Trust me. Even if that thing aged 2 centuries, it might still run faster than you. Ha ha. Yeah, yeah. So, so what? What are you gonna do? I don't know. What do you think I should do? Hmm. You want to go hunt down some Dean aliens? Find more leads? See what we can find on Melissa? Listen, you're pissed off, you're angry, but most importantly, you're calm and rational. You got that plumber mindset on you. What do you mean? Like a cop, you know? Your grandpa raised you right. He managed to somehow separate grandpa from your instructor. I can see it. Though, you're trying to be reasonable and angry, and those two don't usually go together. Huh, you're right about that. Uh-huh, I know I am. So anyways, how about we go out and crack some heads? Otherwise, you're just gonna sit here, angry and annoyed. How about that? Maybe you're right. And my turn, asking Bakugo. So, if they're gonna drive and go somewhere to cheer him up, could he? No. But it was your fault. Izuku, you're gonna get one. Alright? Don't waste it. Besides, how would you like it if I crashed and totaled your car? I don't have a car. Not yet. Besides, save the damn world all the time, I'm pretty sure your parents might buy you one. You you think so? Hell, if I was saving the world, I'd expect them to give me an A. Touche about that. Them going to leave. And Izuku, he does have a lot going through his head. And we do currently cut over to Mina Ashido. There's definitely a lot going through her head. She's still trying to track down the energy of David and Melissa. She went to that safe house, but so far some of the leads that she found drew up nothing. I mean, the strongest source of mana she found was a coffee maker. The fucking coffee maker at their place. It certainly led them somewhere, but after that the trail gets cold. But that's the issue. Currently her, trying to think about it. Melissa and David's shield. They need something stronger. More advanced? Durable? No. They need something with a stronger mana reading. More closely tied to them? Yeah. They're only in that place for a few days. But heading to their personal home, that could definitely be an issue. It could put the plumbers on their radar. Or them on the plumber radar. God, her mind. She's got a lot going through it, and right now it isn't very good. Right now her eyes are going to stop glowing. Her is going to sit there, floating in the air, and trying to think. She needs to talk to Izuku. See about maybe heading there as Jet Ray, heading there as crap, Big Chill. Okay, so Big Chill's the best option. He'd be able to phase through objects and get in and out without being seen. Though, you need to bring her something strong, heavily tied to them. The coffee maker in their house might work, but she's just making that assumption. Maybe their lab? They'd have to go all the way to Island. That's not too far away, especially by spaceship, but it definitely is concerning. That going through her mind. And currently Mina, she does somewhat throw her legs down. Kai walking into the room and going to express, bring up her hand. Hands up. Mina gonna turn. Grabbing the drink out of the air as she's gonna catch it. Her going to express, cracking the top of the energy drink, that she has a few ideas as to what to do. They need to head to a few different places, but maybe first they gotta pick up Izuku. Oh, Yeah, that's cool, but got a few questions. What do you mean? I'm just saying, have you talked to him? Not really, no. After Paradox, he hasn't been speaking to me. Ooh. Yeah, I don't really know what that's all about. Though I don't think he's been speaking to a lot of people. What do you mean? He hasn't come here for a few days? That's what I mean. I usually get told about who walks up and down that ramp outside. My ship does that. So? You don't know about it yet. Don't know about what? Oh my god. I don't know if I should be the one to tell you this then. Tell me what? Kendo broke up with him. Mina a lot more alarmed. And that's. Oh god. That's not good. Kai grinning at stone stare at her. A lot more surprised by her reaction. Wow. What? Nothing. Nothing. Just kind of telling. I thought you'd be a lot happier to hear about that. Why would I be happy to hear about that? That's not good. Because you can step in? Are you serious, Kai? What? Okay, I'm only messing around. Yeah, it sucks. You guys have been going through a lot, okay? Trying to make light of everything is a good thing, okay? If you can't joke about it, it's not going to be good. It's funny, though. My grandpa did have a saying. He does have a saying. I mean, and that would be, what doesn't kill you gives you some pretty fucked up coping mechanisms. So yeah, if you can't joke about it, it's not going to work out very well for you in the future. Besides, was Nezuko's whole thing not being so serious? Uh, you're right about that. But no, talk to him. See if he's okay. I would recommend that. Though, be careful. Hmm? What do you mean? He liked her. He broke up with her. Well, she broke up with him. And he's probably not in a very good mood. So what I'm saying is, tread lightly. You really gotta tell me that? No, no. But I do feel like reminding you is good. You're, you know, you. I don't know how to genuinely respond to that. Do it what you please. We're gonna turn. Walking out. Expressing. She's gonna go back to her room. Hang out for a second and maybe get a few things planned. Call the boys over and they can all hang out. If that can't be done, then they continue the search. Go to Island and do a small mission. And then celebrate if they find anything. Celebrate, in fact, if they don't. Who really cares? Now, Mina, she doesn't want to stare at that. And she's a bit more worried about Kai. Kai has not been reacting well to time travel. Yeah, crazy is crazy, and she cannot handle that. Now, currently we do cut back to Deku, who right now does sprint through the attacks. One of the Dean aliens trying to attack and fire directly at him. And Izuku, he has a leap through the air. Him shooting his tail out and gonna hit one of them in the face. Deku bringing his hands down and using both of his red arms to pull the alien forwards. Them being set flying through the air, Deku is gonna clock one of them across the face with his left hand. Him going to actually then leap up into the air and throw himself around, shooting out his tail as he's bring up his hand. Him ripping into the line as he's flying up into the air. Deku looking down and trying to think about currently what to do. Then Bakugo, he does actually rush out into the open. Right now him covered in the alien metal as the aliens do start to fire at him. And Bakugo, he's gonna hold his hands up. Him gonna block the attacks as Deku does him flying down. Him gonna actually smash onto one and bring his hands down. smashing both of his arms into one as a beat it in the side of the face. Right now, him smashing two arms on top and punching it in the side of the head. Whenever one of the aliens do a turn seeing Deku, he has a turn. Him leaping right at them and smashing them into the ground. Going to get back up and clock them across the face over and over. And Deku, he actually has a turn, getting on his feet and going to pick the alien up, spinning it around and throwing it at another alien. Bakugo watching that thing fly through the air and smashing into two aliens, them colliding and hitting onto the ground. And Deku, he does get a turn. Him going to bring up his tail and shoot it out. Currently, him bringing his hand out and grabbing onto the tail, and then going to bring his hand out grabbing onto the line. Him ripping the line off and going to actually shoot the tail out again. Him grabbing onto one of the other aliens as Deku, he's going to pull both of them in and then going to bring his hands out. Him steering forwards and smashing both of them in the face. And Bakugo, he does see Deku take on the aliens. Right now, him a lot more alarmed. And currently there actually is where he does hear a vehicle. Bakugo turning his head and seeing right now a truck smash the warehouse. It's going to drive forwards and through the area. Right now it's going to show up. Now, Deku's a turn. Him going to stare at that and bring his hand up. Him tapping on the Omnitrix and turning into Big Chill. Him flying up into the air and flying forwards. Right now him flying through the aliens and through the truck. Now, everything does get to freeze over. Deku going to turn and bring his hand up. Him smashing into the truck as he does it actually rip a hole into it. Bakugo watching that as Deku, he has a climb inside. And Bakugo, he does begin to hear gunfire. As he has to see the blast as one of them did a blast upwards through the truck. And he does this once they're on. Right now Deku walking through the wall and going to reappear. Him going to express. So far they found nothing. You good? I'm fine. Though this is becoming a bit more bothersome. You're telling me. So, you want to move on? Or what? Lunch? We just had Mr. Smoothie. Let's get going. I'm going to turn and fly down. Going to land and express. Bring up his plumber badge. Trying to radio in. And going to see a message. Going to tap the button. Hey, Izuku. Listen, we're trying to get leads on Melissa and David. If you can, we'd appreciate if you come back to the ship. We're going to try and go to Island for a bit of a stealth mission, but we really need your help. We're thinking that Big Chill can grab something of importance there. Find their personal quarters, their lab, and, do something there. Maybe, if you can, use Brainstorm. Just something to help us track them down. Also, I don't think Kai's reacting well to the whole time travel stuff. She's been a little crazy. So, she also had the idea for a game night, if you can believe it or not. I don't know. Maybe it sounds like a good idea. Tell Bakugo. And maybe stop and get some snacks. She's definitely acting a bit weird. Deku gonna turn. And gonna turn back, looking at the message currently on screen. He wants to... No. He wants to ignore it. But... Okay. The game night thing isn't good. It's a bit... No, hang on. Stop. Stop it. No. You're trying to dive into work, Izuku. You're trying to... Fuck, okay. You almost just did it. Okay. Take a second and breathe. Take a second and breathe. Right. A game night definitely does sound good. Though... Yeah, no. Looking at the archives, they can definitely play some alien games. You remember his grandpa taught him how to play this one. It was a lot like... Yeah, never mind. That one they'll probably avoid. Hopefully, I guess. though a game night does sound like it could be refreshing. It, going through Deku's mind, is a turn, shouting to Bakugo. As Bakugo, him and Deku do to leave, and the Daen aliens, they are left there. Currently, many of them frozen and beaten, and some of them very, very heavily injured. Now, currently Deku, he has a lot going through his head, and there is a due to arrive at Kai's ship. Right out them, going to climb aboard, as Deku, he does a walkover. Him going to look at the consoles and look around. And currently Kai is typing a few things in. Her turning her head and looking at Deku. Hey, her turning back. Is everyone aboard? Yeah, they are. Do we have to settle in? Yeah, getting seated is probably a good idea. Unless you want to get knocked in your ass. No, I'm good. Though, where's Mina? She's probably in her personal quarters. I'll send a message. And Bakugo? He's showering, I think. We might have to wait on him. They're going to walk over and sit down in his seat. Currently, him going to get buckled up. Him turning his head and looking at the one next to him. Him going to spin around in his chair. As currently Kai does do the same thing. How you doing? I'm okay. Why is everyone asking that question? It's a valid question. Izuku, me and you don't talk very much. You're always busy on your computer. You dive into your work and you focus on it like a professional plumber. Usually, I'm out there boots on the ground. I have an advantage that you don't. You need a blaster and a jetpack to do some of the things that I can do. Ouch. That wasn't an insult. It was just, I know I'm fucking with you. I get it. All of you got special abilities, I'm just the human. I'm the one who has to deal with a bunch of crazy weird shit, like it's actually crazy. Oh, time travel, this just sounds like Tuesday. All of you guys are fucking crazy. You know what was weird? Her gonna turn and staring at Deku. Whenever I was 11 and I met myself, I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. Ever since I was 11, I had the information told to me by myself. Grandpa would die. I'd kill all my enemies. I'd just turn out differently. I looked at the worst possible version of being a hero I could see. And I was told not to turn out like him. Being a hero is serious work, and I was told not to be serious. You see the dilemma there? There's an even ground there. I know there is. It's hard to find. And yeah, Paradox, I didn't expect that, okay? Sorry if it was a little too rich for your blood. But crazy shit happens like that. Time travel, though, is definitely new. I still was not prepared for it. I was freaking out, you know. Sure you were. I was. Kai. I just hide it very well. Also, I usually like to train pretty hard. It helps my nerves. Wow. Wow, what? I just didn't expect that. Thanks for the pep talk. So, Renault Mina gonna walk into the room, and she's at her. Renault Kai looking at Mina as there actually is Bakugo, who does sit there with his hair freshly wet out of the shower. And as they talk about it, right, so once they take off, everything should be fine? Yeah, it'll be okay. You really should let me fly. My ship, my rules, Bakugo. We're gonna turn. We're no Bakugo, going to walk over and sit down quickly. Hey, I'm going to express. Going to turn to the monitor. That he'll pull up a few things. Try and see about data about our island, and they can go from there. Though, he's still pretty sure that they stayed at a plumber facility, right? They stayed there for a few days before coming to us. Along with that, their drop ship, not much is found there. So we can't go to their personal ship. No, that's in plumber, hands. Lovely. So why not go there first? We could try it, but I think this pull would be strongest in their actual living conditions. They were there for a day, and as far as I know, we're gonna turn. Renault Mina, someone's still staying there, and going to express. As she's out, bring the ship up into the air. Her gonna turn and look at Mina. As far as she does know, things are still a bit troublesome. Mina going to turn and going to look towards Kai. She felt something strange. Just her mind was a little confused for a second. But that energy, she felt it before. She could have swore it was Kai going to actually have the ship fly forwards. Mina going to actually slip as she sees it fly backwards. Deku going to turn and bring his hand up. Him catching her as right now Deku, he does go to express. Her going to actually turn her head. And Deku, he doesn't hold on. Currently Kai going to stabilize out the ship as right now everything, it does go back to normal. Her talking about it. Sorry, she thought that she was sitting down. And Deku, he does actually have Mina get back to her feet. Deku, bring his hand up. Sorry about that. You're fine. Thanks for the save. Kai, fuck you. Her gonna turn and saying, she told them all to buckle up. Besides, that was Captain's orders. She defied them. Sure. And currently, Bakugo, he has a turn, expressing about how, so what? They're supposed to just break into this place, steal something, and get out? Not necessarily. We're looking for David and Melissa Shields' personal stuff. So, let me just do a few things. Now, currently, Kai does begin to do a lot. The ship has autopilot on. It's going to take them directly above our island, and just above where their airspace is, just out of range. Given enough time, they should be able to stay hidden and form a proper plan. And currently there actually is Deku, who does get to unbuckle and stand up. Going to walk over and express. Currently, going to tell Bakugo, who does not stand up, going to walk away to finish drying his hair. He's got a few ideas as to what to do, though just give him a second. Deku going to turn, bring up the Omnitrix and going to turn into Brainstorm. Currently, him going to stand there as a cerebral castration, and Deku's a turn. Kai staring at Deku as he does turn back to the monitor, telling her, send over the data that she does currently have on screen, because he does have a few ideas as to what to do. Her going to do so. And Izuku, he currently just to step away a few things pretty fast. Him going to have the information pop up of a plumber satellite. Right now him going to redirect its trajectory as it does going to look towards that island. And Deku, he is beginning to pull up a few things. Currently, him writing something down and going to try and think. With Izuku's current IQ, he has a lot running through that mind of his. He has plans for what to do already and ideas for what's happening with the DNA aliens. And he's also trying to think about where the DNA aliens could have taken David and Melissa. Number 1. Someplace very well hidden. Somewhere far away. They could have gone to another small town. Somewhere out in a place not many people do live. I mean, A small little village that they just took over is a possibility. A small little town, maybe. Somewhere far away. Or maybe they could be hiding under their own noses. They could be in an abandoned plumber facility. That's an idea. Some of these places are still not fully operational. The plumbers might be up and running with a few bases, but many of the older ones are still decommissioned. And that, it does make Deku try to think. Okay, so they can search for activity in a few places there. They can figure things out there. And while he's currently looking into Island, and there we go. Currently, I'm going to pull up a map. Going to Express. Alrighty. He's scanned the entire island, and he believes that he does have a few things currently down and patented out. Right now, Kai going to look up towards Deku. Okay, how did you do all that? Quite simple. I did wide area arranged scans, and then I broke a few things down. I best deduced how I would have built the island, and found out where they did a few things there. Though, when it does come to trying to track those two down, I'm still having trouble. I'm currently going to turn, asking Mina if she has anything that belongs to Melissa or David. And she does express. They do have that coffee maker and a mug. She also did try to take some of her shirts, but not much was found. Really? Yeah. Nothing on David's shoes, pants, or, well, his watch. I see. That is quite the predicament. We know him going to bring his hand up, tapping on the Omnitrix as Deku does his own sit there. Him going to express. Turning back. Okay, so she can still track him down though, right? Yeah, as long as he hasn't changed very much. Mana's based on emotion, and it's easy to read sometimes, but it's hard to explain to you, Izuku. Not really. You've told me a few things about it before. You got a little nerdy on it, but hey, you do that with some of the magical stuff, right? I do not. Yeah, you do. Kai gonna turn. Expressing. She told her all about it yesterday. Besides, if anyone understands this stuff, it'd be him. Now, Deku does a turn back, trying to think. Okay, so they fly down there and figure this all out. Though they'll be there soon. The Omnitrix should recharge a bit more. It's definitely an idea. Okay, so they're sneaking in. Best option is to... Oh god. This place is an amusement park. And that means they have to wear disguises. Okay, so if he goes in this big chill, that gives him enough time. They can do a bit of things and head straight there and then figure that all out. I'm going to turn looking at the Omnitrix. That was a few minutes. So it should be... Okay, it should recharge soon. Maybe use up the rest of the charge and find out where it's at there. Okay. No, it should... It should activate. Asma said it has a few things in it that are tricky to use. Though... Okay. Deku gonna bring his hand up and trying to express Omnitrix, code phrase 10, and settings open. The Omnitrix is gonna respond. Code phrase activated. And what exactly does he need? Time limit. Give me an estimate. Current time? Current time is unknown. Current power usage while in recharge mode has not been allocated properly. Battery is still recharging and has not yet fully ran out. Data currently unknown, along with multiple uses in succeeded future. What? I think your watch is saying it knows you're going to use it more than once. So, It's saying that it doesn't know. Thank you for that. No, it's just... Okay, I can wait for it to fully recharge, or I can just use it when we get there. Either we wait a few minutes in the sky, or... Or what? The ship does have a stealth option, right? You want to go down and enjoy the park. Is that a bad... No, no. In fact, it sounds like a bit of a good idea. So, while your watch fully recharges, we can do that. I mean, I've always been curious about this place. We're going to turn and stand. Going to express. Though, if they are going to be here, are they going to be here right? And have a whole heap of fun. She'll go get dressed and get things set up. Though, don't touch her consults. Everything's the way that she does like it. And Deku, he does get a turn. Him looking at Mina. So, what's going on? I don't know. The Omnitrix knows I'm going to use it again. It doesn't... Jesus. I've already used it 3 times today. You have? Yeah. It's still recharging, so it might take an hour. Although, that's at best. Or... This thing always... I fucking hate this thing sometimes. I don't know how long it takes to recharge. And whenever it is recharging, it usually likes to let me know. Yeah. Things been a bit tricky, huh? Still not used to the new update. Besides, it's just been weird, I guess. Weird how? I mean, every time I try and use this thing, I feel like I pick wrong sometimes. I don't know how to explain it. Mina, it's mostly just me panicking sometimes. You alright? I'm okay. Though, do you want to enjoy the park? Yeah, I do. What do you have in mind? I don't know. But, you remember our stealth operation training? Yeah, why? Oh, you think that we might need to hear? You know, the art of acting casual, pretending, putting on an act. I remember. Oh, God. You really think that we're going to have to do that here? Maybe, maybe. I'm just saying, if possible, we can get things done. We can talk to Kai and she can break Bakugo down on it, and he can understand what to do. But, but what? I'm just saying, we can sneak in, sneak out. If we need to, I can cause a bit of a distraction. You guys can get the data, get some stuff from their place, I mean, and just do things that way. You're thinking about it too tactfully. Am I? Yeah. You just gotta find out where they live. Then you just gotta find out what to get. It's just that simple. You're right. Maybe I am just overreacting a bit. Yeah. Though, if we do land, you can use Brainstorm and get into their system that way. Funny enough, I didn't think about that. Yeah, probably didn't. You can find out where they are on the ground, and then you can find out where to go to. We can make our way that way. See what to do there? Right, right. Currently, Bucko walking back into the room. Him talking about it. So they're actually gonna land on this freaking island? Yeah, Bakugo. Oh, lovely. Hmm. Kind of curious about what's going on here, though. I've heard about it whenever I was a kid. We both did. Right, right. So, what now? Now we just gotta look the part. Hey, I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna stand, talking about how he's gonna go get changed. And hopefully, they can get this all sorted out. Right now, Kai going to actually get up and walk back into the room. Her going to try and figure things out. As Deku's gonna walk past her in the hallway, and she's gonna express to him that she's gonna land pretty soon, and Deku doesn't understand. Him suiting up in some different clothes, as everyone, when they do to land the ship, they get things prepared. Them walking out and trying to do a few things. Currently, them just trying to deal with being on an island. They can blend in pretty well. They're just tourists. New faces here are always come and go. And that shouldn't be anything people second guess. Though, right now, looking at this place, it's easy to understand why people like coming here. This place is insane. Plus, there are still people with quirks here. People who maintain their mutant abilities. Oh yeah, no, this place is still pretty damn cool. Now, Deku, he does try to think about what to do. Currently, him sitting there in a plaid shirt and some jeans, along with some of his running shoes. And Deku, he does have a lot going through his mind. Currently, him rolling back his sleeves as he doesn't express that he's going to try and find some place for security. If they need him, just ring him on the comms. And if they don't, just walk around and pretend to blend in. If anything does go wrong, he'll message them. Find out how to do things there. Afterwards, they can get out of here. And Deku, he currently does the wait. Him bringing his hand down and tapping onto the Omnitrix. Right now, it going to still be timed out. And Deku, he does the wait. Okay, so not fully recharged. Still not good. Okay. So find out where security is and make your way over there. It's definitely gonna be Mina gonna walk up next to him and bring her hand up, grabbing onto Deku's right hand. I'm gonna turn looking a little bit more surprised. Oh, what is it? Did I forget something? No, but you're forgetting one thing. Uh, what's that? Number one. If you walk around alone, you look a little bit more suspicious. Besides, we don't know where anything is here. You looking around might provoke security. True, but they might just assume I'm lost and ask me for directions. Or I might have to ask them for directions to maintain cover. Yeah, there is that. Okay, so if you're gonna come with me, then let's find the security office. Though, Tigger's not gonna squeeze her hand, expressing they really should stick together. So, not to get lost. Yeah, yeah, we should do that. Currently, them gonna walk into the crowd. And Bakugo, he already walked away. As right now, Kai does a turn looking around. Her seeing a few things. And currently it does mean quite a lot. Now, Deku, him and Mina are trying to find security. And Izuku is also trying to understand what to do. After everything that's happened so far, it's going to be tricky. I mean, this almost feels like a date that currently going through both Deku and Mina's minds. And with that being said, I do hope you guys enjoyed. And have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part. And hopefully I wasn't talking too fast in this one.